audition. Multicultural hip-hop musical about the founding fathers. We thought it was a crazy idea.
I was very, very lucky. I had no idea sitting in the Black Box Theater that I would end up in the show. But early in the show, there's a song called The Story of Tonight with 4 men of color. It's like song number 3 or 4. It's a little interlude, little interstitial music that Lynn had written. And there were 4 men of color on a stage singing about friendship and brotherhood. And I had never seen an image like that in my life. And so to me, that was the revolution. Like, to me, that image alone made the piece worthy, made it something that I was going to bring everybody that I knew to see, because an image like that rocks you and can change your life. Yeah. Just seeing it. There was this young kid that worked very, very hard to get to me. She had a question for me. Friends and I talk about Hamilton a lot, and we talk about the fact that we don't think it's revolutionary at all. We just think that it's a bunch of people of color telling white people's story again. What do you think of that? And I love that.
How'd you answer her?
Our leg of the race. Now it's your turn. There's no doubt in my mind that some young kid is going to look Hamilton and write the show that makes what we did look quaint. That might be happening at this very, very moment. There's going to come along. A show's going to come along that makes this look, cute at some point. But it was meaningful, and there was protest in it in its time. This was the fact that it's been so successful and it is so ubiquitous. Things are taken for granted about this show. The fact that it is the language of the streets, the fact that it is, people that have historically been disenfranchised and shut out of a story, taking ownership of it and retelling the story in their own words. There's protest in that. And so there was power in it. All I said to the young woman was, I can't wait to see the show that you write. This is the beginning of a conversation, I hope.
Back off what Leslie is saying. That's the most exciting thing to me about the Edge of Ham program, is watching the work of young people who do their own deep dives into history. That's the most exciting part of this. That we haven't even, the show is the springboard.
The founding fathers, many of the founding fathers, they were also slave owners, and yet they established our democracy. So how do you reconcile that?
The nature of life that has good things and bad things, and people have good things and bad things, and you balance it out. History's not just a happy story. It's not full of people that we all want to pal around with. It's full of people who had mixed motives, who were weak in ways and were strong in ways, and that's the purpose of writing history books, is to try to bring that balance out. And we'll see what people think about the founders, about Hamilton as a founder after the show has aired, and then there's going to be much more conversation and so forth.
Yes, they were young. Yes, they were real people, which also means that they were flawed and they were imperfect. And David has a great line as Jefferson in the show, which is, revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand, which I think is pretty much how it is, right, David?
I don't remember any words, but yes, that's how it
I think that says so much about how important it is to recognize that hard conversations and guiding ourselves through the mess is part of how we reach progress.